Now, our special guest this morning, oh my God, it's Katie Price. Just before... Well, yeah, melons...
I thought there was a pun there.
Yeah, I bet you did, I bet you did.
Here we go.
Now, I'm ignoring the script for just a moment because we were talking before we came on air and you mentioned your dad has a bad back like me. How old is your dad?
He's not even 50 yet.
So, your dad...
How old do you feel,
well,
then?
edging towards 50, I have to say. So I could actually be... I'm old enough to be your dad.
He's your stepdad.
OK.
He took me and my brother on when he was 19.
OK, wow.
So, yeah, he's been my mum all them years, henpecked by her.
I bet. I can imagine now. Katie and me go way back, about 15 years, I reckon, which, of course, means she was about 12 when we first met. Back then, she was our #1 glamour girl. Today, she's, what, multi-millionaire businesswoman, reality TV star, fashion designer, and, sorry, my melons are rolling away, so Lyman's, and publishing phenomenon with 5 autobiographies and 8 novels to her name, selling something like 5 million copies. In the Name of Love is her latest. It's out now. Tell us a bit about it, then, Katie.
Do you know, you think I'd be trained at this, wouldn't you? I've been doing it, like, for the past 3 weeks. Basically, with my novels, when I write them, everything seems to sort of come true in them. Like, I did this one before I met Leo. Basically, it's about a girl, she meets this Spanish guy abroad, there's a big horse accident, she says she's got a problem with riding. And, like, last year, I did have a horse accident. 2 horses were killed in an accident I was involved in. They died in my arms. And I met Leo, who's Spanish. It's just really weird.
And this was written before all of that happened?
It's really, really weird. But anyway, yeah, it's racy, it's glamorous, got a bit of sex appeal in it, but not too sexy because of my fans, you know. When you read between the lines.
For
example, if you say she unbuttoned the trousers, and then, you know, when you're an adult, you can use your imagination what happens next.
Try to get past the underpants.
Yes,
OK.
But, yeah, they're fun. And loads of people seem to read them, like, within 2 days, so it can't be that difficult, hey?
Who do you like reading out of interest?
I like reading books on men on death row. I'm more into... No, I'm into the human brain, how it works, what makes people tick. Serial killers, rapists, paedophiles, I love
Have you read that 50 Shades of Grey yet, I wondered, then? Because you're talking about the racy novels.
That starts with the unbuttoning of the trousers, and then 150 pages on, you find out what goes on next.
There's no trousers at all.
I don't need to read a book to know what to do.
That's what I've been telling you, Eric, isn't it? For years, mate, years. Now, is it all fiction? You said you've written it before some of the events came true in your life, but... Are any of the characters based on people you know?
Well, when you say written, let me just get one thing straight. I've always been honest. I do it with Rebecca. I don't sit there and write it myself. But I come up with plots and then Rebecca helps me build around it. So I just want to clear that up because, you know, I don't sit there and
collaboration. Goldie, right, he's well known as a drum and bass musician, doesn't play any of the music. He paints pictures which are then interpreted by people, and that's how he composes his music. So why not?
But it's not true. Obviously, I hear things and stuff and sort of twist it around so no one can actually go, actually, that's about me in there. So, obviously, I can't just think of things. I have to... I don't know, that's the way my brain is. You just have to think of situations that you've heard and sort of turn them around.
Now, of course, Katie's also starred in countless reality TV shows, including When Jordan Met Peter, What Katie Did Next, and the latest is simply called Katie, which gives us a sneak peek into her romance with Argentinian fiancé Leandro.
Sorry, could we got a pair of heels on?
And now Katie's up and running, Leo's hit upon a new business idea to add to the pricey empire.
One day, you call for pizza delivery, you open the door,
and it's Kate.
Katie and the mountain bike and the pizza delivery.
She'd be no good, though.
No?
She'd be late. The pizza would be cold. Ordered a pizza 5 hours ago, mate. Now, when you first met Leo, he didn't really speak much English, so...
No, it's really weird. Yeah, when I first met him, you know, the eyes glaze across the room and I went to the toilet more times than I need to do just to have a little glance. And then you sort of go... Hi, and I don't know what he said back, hola or whatever. I haven't learnt Spanish either.
Okay.
But we really couldn't speak. It was like... And there was just this woman who I thought was with him at the time who could actually speak Spanish and English. She was sort of saying what we were saying to each other, and but no, he couldn't. It was all Google Translate.
But now his English is picked up. Do you spend all your time arguing about who owns the Falklands?
Actually, no, he's really into his politics and everything, because his dad's a politician. He's actually really intelligent, and I always say to him, if you really knew what I was like... he's quite posh, and I say I'm quite common. If you really knew what I was like, you probably wouldn't touch me with a barge pole.
Are you going to get married?
We're engaged, but I had this conversation with you before. Obviously, I've been married twice. and I've learnt my lesson. This time, it'd be...
Lessons.
Lessons. It'd be proper prenups. If they're not going to sign a prenup and all of that, then I'm not going to get married, or unless they got more than me to lose.
Now,
well done.
I want to take you back to the first time we went out for supper, whatever it was,
That was years ago.
And I remember this as clear as day. We're in this huge restaurant, and there's a few of us there. It was not McDonald's, Screechy. It was a nice restaurant. And what I remember is you had some amazing blue, sort of multicoloured shoes on. Every time you went to the loo, I think maybe twice during the evening, every single head in that restaurant turned and followed you all the way to the door and then all the way back. What is it like living with that kind of scrutiny? It must drive you...
I don't know. Like, when I go to Tesco shopping and stuff and, like, someone comes with me, they're like, Kate, everyone looks at you and they're taking pictures. I'm like, are they? I don't really notice it. Because I'm there to shop. I'm not going to go, oh, who's looking at me? You know, I'm there to shop. I want to be in and out just like everyone else. Obviously, when I'm in the queue, I always think, is anyone looking at the conveyor belt, seeing what I've got for dinner? You know, and you know, like when the Tampax and that go for the lady, you must think, it's her time of the month.
Other brands of female hygiene products are available, folks.
It's quite embarrassing because it's like they know exactly what you're eating and...
Well, most people would imagine you'd send somebody out to do the shopping.
Do you know, a lot of people say that. They're like, no, not Leo. But no, I do everything myself. Why shouldn't I? I think just because you're in the public, does it matter? We're all human. Of course I've got to do my own shopping.
I'll never forget one millionaire saying to me, if you send your housekeeper out to buy your groceries, you end up eating housekeeper's meals.
Oh, wow. Now, you recently had a fascinating interview with Jenny Murray from Radio 4, a sort of kind of stalwart feminist.
Oh, yeah, I saw
and
her
you
bit on the Daily
really
Mail.
won her over, didn't you? You left school at 16 with no qualifications.
Well, I did, but they were like D's and ungrade, not like A's or B's.
Do you now look back, do you ever regret that? Because, I mean, your life has worked out so well. Do you ever think back to those days?
If I'm into something, like all of us, then I'll concentrate and take it all in. But at school, I wasn't really interested, unless it was sport. All I wanted to do was go home and ride my horses. But if I'm actually interested in something, I will listen and I take it on board. But at school, you've got no choice. You have to do it, don't you? But I do think people should have an education.
Well, because you fought so hard for Harvey. This is what the other thing, you know, underneath, you know, you have all the glamour and the TV and everything else, and then you have Harvey, you know, he's got many problems, and you fight so hard for him.
Yeah.
And I remember the difficulty he had trying to get a decent school for him.
Yeah, his school's quite away from where we live. He's been there since he was younger because there are so many different schools I could take him to, but the peers aren't good enough. He's into, like, it doesn't like doors being slammed, you know, lots of school doors slammed. But you could get special needs school where they cater for things like this, and his school's brilliant, but obviously it's closing down, and I'm trying to open up a preschool. Yeah. Which is quite difficult, actually.
Yeah, I bet it is.
But I hope we get there. Because, you know, like every child, doesn't matter what your disability is or whatever, you deserve the best.
OK. Now, I told you have actually got a new qualification yourself, is that right?
Do you know, I know, I'm doing that, but I didn't do it on myself.
Go on,
spray
tell
tanning. No, do you know what I've been doing lately? On my days off, because I do actually get days off, I try and use that time into learning something. Now, I am a frustrated beautician. I love it. Don't you just, if you can, go into a beauty shop, you like all your treatments.
Steve's never out of them.
Oh, thanks. Lovely. Once again, nice to be here.
Sorry, Steve.
Yeah, lovely.
So I'm now qualified in nails, eyelash extensions, tanning, HD brows.
So you could do Eric's spray tan for him next time round, yeah?
Well, I wanted to, yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like you need a tan, though.
That's because he's already had a spray tan, right, Eric? Oh, sorry, that's another one of your secrets that have just slipped out there.
But no, yeah, I've qualified in all of these things.
Was it important that you get the qualification?
Yeah, it's all about the certificate.
You really wanted to do that?
It is, because it's all about the certificate. But you laugh, but it is. I never got it at school, so at least now I can try, and it's something
So you've got
I
it on the wall somewhere?
Well, I'm having a little beauty room done in my house. It's called Pricey Free Salon. Don't know why, because I do all my friends free. They don't have to pay.
That's brilliant.
So...
Fantastic. Listen, I'm chuffed to bits to have you here, and I know everyone at home is as well. So I hope you enjoy the show.